listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your from our
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic services was at the government college to Delhi.
Go gather, destroy their food. Make security camp and that other camp, Tongo camp. You don't compensate everybody.
Sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as a dancer.
Some lines are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
And we are at the snail pen of the African Center for Community and Development. We have observed a strange snail within the snail pen. And this strangeness lies in the color of the skin of the snail. Actually, we have seen mutation or albinism in the snail. And what we've been doing is to track it down in order to see that it doesn't change its color, and therefore for us to be able to establish whether the mutation is permanent or influenced by its feeding habits. So you can clearly see that the snail is all white, and if you contrast it with other snails of the achatinadae family, you realize that the color tone is absolutely different. You can see that the other snails are darker, even those that have shades that are a little bit lighter are not as white as this one here. This one is nibbling, it's feeding on potatoes, and it was very difficult to track it today because it was foraging in the other part of the snail pen the day before now, and hence we were only lucky after identifying it to place it here in order that we can observe it more closely. So we shall be marking the albino snail with black paint so that we can track its movements within the snail pen and to observe it to know whether its mutation is permanent or not, or if we've just discovered albinism or skin mutation among the achatinadae family. This particular snail has been foraging, and from every indication it is healthy. As you can see, it is feeding on potatoes. So we will be tracking it down during its lifetime within the snail pen to understand how it lives. I will be showing you the other snails of its kind to understand how their morphology differs. So you can clearly see the difference between this and this. Look at this, it's absolutely white. absolutely white. Even the achatinadae snails that have a lighter skin tone do not match this level of whiteness. And you can see the absolute difference between their color patterns. This is very dark and it is very white, and this one seems to be coming out, even under light, but this is in its shell. So we've observed these aspects, and we'll be tracking down this particular snail within its lifetime in the snail pen to see whether its mutation or its albinism is permanent, if it is feeding on the same things that the other snails are feeding on, and therefore we will be able to establish scientifically how what we think about this kind of subspecies, and this can help farmers to choose which kind of species to grow, and especially those who are involved in exotic snail farming, to be able to strategize on having this kind of species in their snail pen and to develop diversity within the snail pen. Thank you very much for watching People, Places and Events and the African Center for Community and Development. It has been Arrey Ivo.
Thank you very much. And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for the species of our
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic services was as government college to Delhi.
Go gather, destroy their food. Make cultivated camp. And that other camp, some more camp. No compensate everybody. But some of
Generation sometimes. Today I'm focusing on the son of J.C. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akmo Dancing.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. Lives that are meaningful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. After some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.